Homeopathic remedies for eczema. When it comes down to it, homeopathic remedies for eczema are definitely the best. And I know you've heard about everything under the sun, but if you think about it, the reason why these remedies work so well makes sense. But before taking a look at that, let's look at eczema, and in doing so, you'll get a better understanding of why homeopathic medicines work so well on this skin problem. Eczema is an extremely common skin condition characterized by itchy red rashes, bumps, and abrasions. It is most commonly found on the hands and knees, but can also be found on the feet, face, behind the ears, on the neck, on the bum, anywhere really. What is common is that once it chooses a spot, it will generally flare there again and again. In my case, I get it on my hands far more often than anywhere else, and this seems like a common place for most people with eczema, since the hands are most often exposed to toxins and pollutants in the environment. Eczema is most often found in infants, the infamous diaper rash, but can also be found in adults. About 20% of children and 1 to 2% of adults have eczema at this time, which is a pretty good number. In most childhood cases of eczema, it fades away after the age of 5, but in a few cases, eczema flares up again in adulthood. Eczema doesn't differentiate between races, and it's only slightly more common in women than in men. Other than that, there's really no way of predicting when and how eczema will show up. Eczema is generally harmless, but it is an itchy and sometimes painful nuisance. Eczema can become more problematic if it lingers for too long and becomes filled with pus. Then scratching it can lead to infections. Eczema has been linked to several factors: allergies, stress, pollution, irritants, and genetics. But no one knows exactly how they all combine to make an itchy mess of your skin. Most people find that allergies play the strongest factor in whether or not they have a flare-up. For example, I have eczema and found that it gets worse when it's winter, if I'm stressed, or if I use any kind of facial cleansing products or chemically laced lotions or creams. This is why homeopathic remedies for eczema are so important to me. But the causes of eczema will vary a bit from person to person. Some people are allergic to laundry soap, others have a reaction to certain fabrics, and still others react badly to stress. It's a rather personal matter, and since no one knows the exact causes, you pretty much have to figure it out for yourself. You can do some narrowing down by eliminating risk factors and seeing if that helps. For example, changing laundry detergent, or switching to unscented soap. A common factor for many sufferers, though, seems to be a reaction to chemicals found in soap, lotions, creams, yes, even eczema creams, and powders. So with that in mind, well, it's pretty obvious why going natural to cure your eczema works pretty well. Eczema may not be dangerous, but that dry, blistered skin is certainly a nuisance. There are a wide range of eczema treatments on the market today, as well as plenty of tips to get rid of eczema. Generally speaking, it may appear that you will have to do a bit of trial and error, but I can tell you what works for me: all natural skincare and getting rid of the chemical-laced so-called skincare goop. With these tips in mind, I would advise you to definitely take a look at some of the natural remedies for getting rid of eczema. If you do so, most likely you'll find some, if not a ton, of relief. If you'd like to discover specifically what natural eczema relief treatments and remedies work for me, go ahead and put your name and email in the short form below to get instant access to my valuable free e-course, How to Rid Eczema Naturally in 7 Simple Steps. That's it for now. I wish you the best of health.